Oh, cold, right?
It's cold in here. Oh, you were working out?
Yeah.
Want my jacket?
Makes it more cold. How's it over there at the other side? Quiet.
I heard you had a right.
Yeah.
It wasn't them though, it was the...
Yeah. Those are my neighbors. Your neighbors are still us.
This mic, this is Florio's mic, it never works.
You're talking to
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? I know. How about this one? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? How about now?
Oh my God, I'm freezing.
Can you hear me now? Okay, good.
That sounds like it has static in it. You can have that one.
Yeah. Hold on for a minute here.
And lady, I said, please, thank you. It's crazy. I know, right?
Yeah, good.
You ready? Okay. Welcome to tonight's meeting of the Zoning Board of Adjustment of the Township of Union, which is being held pursuant to the Open Public Meeting Law, C-231, Laws of New Jersey, dated 1975. Notice of this meeting was advertised in the local source, the newspaper of record, and notice has been posted on the bulletin board in the municipal building adjacent to the municipal clerk's office. Roll call.
Mr. Wiley is absent. Ms. Martins.
Here.
Mr. Bentavegin.
Here.
Mr. Scott.
Here.
Mr. Johnson.
Here.
Mr. McNeil.
Here.
Mr. Graves.
Here.
Ms. Ricketts.
Here.
Mr. Champy.
Here. There being a quorum present, this meeting is now declared open. At this time, I'll entertain a motion for the approval of the minutes from our July 9th meeting.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the meeting minutes of July 9th be approved as written and dispensed with their reading.
Second motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Are there any communications?
Are there no communications?
Hearing none, our first order of business this evening will be a resolution of denial for calendar number 3447, Liberty Assets LLC, located at 1044 Woodland Avenue, Block 309, Lot 11. Applicant wished to subdivide and construct 2 new single-family dwellings and 1 new two-family dwelling. May I have a board members, before we begin, are there any board members that would like to comment, make changes or modifications to this resolution as it has been written? Hearing none, may I have a motion and a second?
Mr. Chairman, I move that the board deny the variance applicable to this application and that council is directed to prepare a resolution consistent with the board's decision.
Second.
No, you gotta pass the
You have to pass the resolution. It'll be a yes. You have to,
pass the resolution and
you read the
suspend
wrong
the-
thing. Here.
Adopt the resolution. Sorry, Mr. Chairman, I move that this board adopt the resolution as written and as accurately memorializing the previous findings of this board.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Scott.
Yes, a yes vote to pass the resolution.
I can't
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I'm reading the names. Mr. Johnson,
Yes.
Mr. Graves,
Yes.
Ricketts.
Yes.
Our second order of business this evening is calendar number 3457, Muhammad Ali Hussein. Location is 764 Lehigh Avenue, Block 509, Lot 21. Applicant wishes to convert a garage into a bedroom and park in front of this living space. Mr. Hussein?
Yes, sir.
Okay, is the applicant here? This is Rob Pansul, I'm the board attorney.
Yes, sir.
Can I ask the applicant to raise your right hand and swear or affirm that any testimony you provide this evening is the truth and the whole truth?
Yes, sir.
And for the record, state and spell your name and your affiliation with the property.
Sure. Homeowner Muhammad Ali Hussein. Spell it out. Mohammad. Middle name Ali. Last name Hussain.
And you're the owner and the
Yes, sir.
applicant.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you could begin. I don't know if you're deferring to, I know you have a professional here tonight, correct? Is that the architect? Do you want to defer to him in terms of testimony?
Yes, please.
Just some questions generally. Are you you're the owner and the applicant, do you live at the site?
Yes.
You live there currently?
Yes.
And it's a single-family residential home?
Yes, sir.
And you're going to defer to the witness you have here tonight?
Yes.
You're aware of the variances that are needed. Did you see the Collier's report from engineering?
Yes.
And you understand why you're here in terms of the conversion of the living space, bedroom space into the garage, that the garage is required?
Yes, sir.
If I can ask the architect to swear or affirm that any testimony you can provide this evening is the truth and the whole truth?
Yes,
And for the record, state and spell your name with your affiliation.
sure. Cesar Padilla, Cesar Padilla. I'm the architect.
And can you just briefly go over your credentials for architecture so the board can consider your qualifications?
I'm licensed here in New Jersey in good standing. Been practicing for over 30 years. Represented in front of boards, mostly throughout the Bergen-Passaic County, and Essex
The
County.
board will accept his credentials.
Okay. I mean, the applicant deferred to you. You're not an attorney, right? You're just the architect.
Correct.
Not just the architect. I'm not trivializing that. You're not an attorney, so you're not here in a representative capacity. I went over with the applicant the reason you're here. Why don't you explain to the board your plight and the relief you seek, and perhaps if the board has any questions or colloquy, it can engage in some conversation.
So briefly, if I could just give you a little history. I met the applicant back in January. He wanted to convert an existing home from a 4-bedroom, basically to a 3-bedroom home for 3 adults. His mother, whose father, her husband had passed away 2 years ago, and a younger brother who's still in college. So they're going to be living with him indefinitely. So it's a split-level home. We walked through the initial concept for the 3-bedroom area on a traditional split-level home. It was an easy concept, converting that into a 1-bedroom suite, basically, its own bedroom and bathroom and closet. The lower level, which is basically, square footage is identical to the second floor, to that, the upper level, was converting the garage into that bedroom. It has a bathroom there, but we were going to expand it in a closet. Nevertheless, based on my experience from other municipalities, I advised them that I'd have to check with the township, make sure you're allowed to do this, because some townships require you to have a garage. Once we thought we were okay, completed the drawings that you have in front of you, converting the garage into a living space. The applicant got a permit, did all the roughing work, electrical, plumbing, and framing. But once he called for permits, one of the inspectors came out and red flagged it because he found out that the garage was converted to a bedroom, which wasn't allowed. We talked to Mr. Manguso.
Just to be clear, too, the plan didn't describe the area that you converted as a garage, correct?
No, it also didn't describe the upper floor as
Right.
converting 3 bedrooms.
So there's
Either.
a misunderstanding, at least a mistake. There's definitely a difference
Correct.
in
Yeah,
what you thought you were doing
Right.
as compared to what
Yeah,
the town
there's no-
can.
Yeah, there's no site plan attached to it since it's a, interior renovation, so there's nothing showing, what the house is currently and where the garage is, et cetera. So on the drawing, it's not required because, again, there's no addition to the.
I did mark A1, the application as you submitted it. I marked A2, the site plan that was provided, the one-page survey with the details. And I marked A3, the architectural plan that you had submitted. So I have A1 through A3
Okay.
as it entered the record, and the board has that. That was part of your packet.
Right.
Why don't you take the opportunity to describe what's there,
Yes.
and also address, because, the reality is, you presented in an opening here that suggested that you didn't need variances. You now know through the college report and your conversations, you need variances. The
Correct.
conversion of the garage space
Correct.
is not permitted in Union,
Understood.
leading with the driveway area to living space, et cetera. So,
Right. Well,
you do have, one question I had, and the board can follow up. The area to the left as you face the house, how much room do you have over there to consider some alternative or some amendment
yeah, it's
to
tight.
what's proposed?
We actually did look at that, and it was tight. It needed multiple variances for that side yard and front yard in order to get a single-car garage there.
Could you get a conforming single-car garage to the standard, do you know?
Conforming, but then we'd be like 1.5 feet off the side yard. And
With
three-
partitioned living space, like, can you make adjustments on the interior to salvage some of what you want to do?
I'm not sure. We could look into that.
One other question, did I hear you right that you had 4 bedrooms and you went to 3?
Correct. Yeah, so again, it's for 3 adults, so on the split, that second set of bedrooms, or the 3 bedrooms actually, are small. One may be considered a master, but they're really small, so we converted that to a good-sized bedroom for an adult, basically. So, so we want to convert it to 3 bedroom, yes, correct. And, after speaking to Mr. Manguso, he, I think, realized that I probably called the wrong Union Township. Little did I know there was 2 Union Townships in New Jersey. I know there's multiple Washington Townships in New Jersey. So I think
Yeah,
that's where
it's
I got
not an ideal, and I know
misinformation.
I spoke to you briefly off the
Yes.
record because I can as the lawyer. I don't vote, as you know.
Yes.
Because, the fact pattern here legally concerned me a little bit because, you have variances and you have mistake issues and things like that. This board is very seasoned. They've dealt with these types of cases before, so I know they're versed.
Yes.
I don't know, does the board members have any reaction to either the architect or applicant about what you see and what you've heard? Maybe to give you, unless you want to elaborate a little
Well,
bit on
yeah,
what's
there's
proposed.
one- Just to clarify, also, there's one variance out of the 4, that's the cellar one, that doesn't apply because this is a grade level.
Yes, I had spoke to the engineering department this morning because I saw that myself in the report, and to be honest with you, he was also confused.
Right.
He thought that it was a drive down, so that wouldn't apply because, again, like I said, it was presented like he believed, like, I guess what we believe, to be honest with you. That's why he wrote it like that.
No, and after speaking to you as well, I mean, we understand where, I guess, some of this confusion had happened. One, me calling the wrong Union Township, of course, to, the lower level versus, I guess, grade level, if you will, that confused them, obviously.
And I agree legally that that would not require a variance. That's seems to
So-
be another misunderstanding,
Right.
that I guess he envisioned it as a sub-level, bi-level entry point to an area that would have been considered a garage, a basement. So I get, or cellar, I get equal. So it's still the three variances for the elimination of the garage, the conversion of the garage into living space,
Right.
and then the lead-in to the driveway to living space and not the garage. So there's three.
Right, I mean, one thing more that we wanted to offer too is that, there's plenty of parking on the property, on the side of the garage. You get the two cars tandem style, plus in front of the garage. The thing we could offer also is right now, the driveway is in front of living space, partially in front of some living space, and it has a landscape block and border. We could continue that all the way to the corner to do the same detail. It'll, expand that nonconformity, but there is a nonconformity there already with the driveway
Who,
from the
did
living
the
space.
applicant, do you know, and then we can have the applicant answer, did he renovate that driveway area, or did he purchase the property like?
I purchased it that way.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Because that may be a different problem for you, whether you did it or not, if in fact you have a wider than permitted driveway leading to living space, but that's,
Yeah, well, it's wider than permitted, but it's definitely in front of the living space.
right.
But-
Well, I mean, that's probably a better way to say it, whether there's a maximum width, the way I intended to explain it is you can't have a lead into living space.
Understood. Yeah, and then as far as storage, they have a, large shed in the back, I think it's 15 by 12, which, garage, not too many, with single car garage this size, not too many people park in there, they use it for storage. So if that's a fact too, there is a large shed, that is there, and the lower level of the plan, you also see there's a basement, half a level down on the right, could be used for storage, so there
Well,
are.
part of the, are you now familiar with this Union Township, not the Union Township you may have researched? This is a problem that exists, it's a well-developed town with a lot of lots that are similarly sized and have this situation. That's why
Yes.
it's in years past, as I said as the lawyer, it's been pretty aggressively legally upheld to need that. We realize some people don't use the garage for their cars, but the requirement is there and it remains because this is a potential issue that they don't want to see reach epidemic proportions with other
Yeah,
people.
understood. I guess based on the circumstances, we wanted to present the full facts and see, I guess, where the board would stand as far as this, again, given the circumstances with the work that was done, with, proper approvals as far as we knew, and also, like that we're up here, we're not trying to hide anything, we're just trying to, and we have the other parking situation that we can comply with, and the shed and storage, et cetera. So, I don't know if we, like I said, we had looked at adding a garage to it, does need other variances. We could look at it again if the board is more inclined to grant that type of variance versus this.
Mr. McNeil, did you have a
Wait,
question?
I have a question for Mr. Well, not a question. After going back and forth, I guess, Mr. Wu was saying you had called Butch and Engineering. There was a variance that's you would also need that was left out.
Covered.
In our ordinances, in our ordinance, it says a driveway must lead to a garage. So if there was a grant, I don't know, if you were granted this or you decided to change it,
Right.
that driveway would have to go and that would be a variance because you can't park in front of living space. So now you'd be short only 2 feet. Stop. You get it?
So he'd have to eliminate that section of garage?
Yes, it would have to be grassy. I mean, he could put grass and then he could put a walkway up to the stairs, but that's a variance.
Or get variance relief. I mean,
Or get variance
it's
relief.
tricky. I hear what Mr. Manguso is saying, and, we can hear from the board, obviously, because that's who drives the boat here. But the one thing I would caution, we can't necessarily be in a position to say, oh, do that, and you'll get an approval. I think what we need to do, or what you're contemplating, is exploring what some of these options might be, if the board is so inclined. I mean, that's something we can hear from the board on.
Just a quick question in regards to that. So the driveway on the side, can we maintain that?
Yes, you can maintain that.
Not leading to living space,
Not
yeah, that would be
leading to
okay.
living space, because you are allowed to widen the driveway. But
Right.
now that if you put a room where the garage is supposed to be,
Can't have that
that
driveway
would
in
have
front
to
of
be a
it.
patch of grass, and then you have to.
It's a
extend the
variance
wall.
you
It's a
currently
variance.
have, but you would have at least the garage back, and then you could deal with protections to the living space off the grade. I mean, there's ways, bollards and other things, residential type, that would help alleviate any concerns there.
Mr. McNeil?
The question I had was, I mean, typically on a renovation, you would show an existing condition. Was it a conscious decision not to show what was there?
No, because what I usually do is show demolition within the space, which is shown there, like what walls are being removed.
Well, you're removing a door, you're putting a wall in the place of a door, that's demolition, right?
Yeah, and it shows a new wall there where the door was, so, you know, it is delineated that way, what's getting demolished and what's new by crocheting the wall, like where the garage door is and the window, and the dotted lines are where the walls are being.
So you showed it as an existing garage?
So, no, I don't show it, existing conditions first, and then,
Did you at least label it as an existing garage?
no, because at that point, it's a new room, so it's just showing dotted line. It's like I said, it doesn't show, like
I
existing
guess my point
bedroom.
is, if it was labeled as an existing garage, we may not even be here right now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, but, right, if I knew, you know, if there was a variance situation, we probably would have done this anyway. The same thing upstairs, I didn't label like 3 bedrooms turned to 1.
Upstairs is not the issue, we're dealing with
No, I said, but I'm saying,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be asking for this variance if we knew up front that, you know.
Well, that's why I asked the 4 to 3 from a practical matter, that you don't normally see that, kind of a conversion down. And I was wondering how much space is on the main level where you made the bigger room, maybe, I guess, for the applicant, or as the owner, before he lives with his 2 other adults.
Right.
You know, it sounds like you might have a lot of space up there.
Yeah, I mean, that room just becomes like a 19-foot room with the garage and the den, you know, that lower level.
No, I mean the existing, where there was that 4th bedroom that is no more. Where was that? That was on the main level?
Oh, no, there's a, I guess the previous owner had done an addition off the rear. There's a master bedroom suite on the 2nd floor above, if you look at the drawings, above the dining room and kitchen area, there's a full 2nd floor. There's a set of stairs there off the foyer that leads you up to a 2nd floor. That is a master bedroom suite right there. That's going to be, basically his mother's.
That's going to remain, that's
That's gonna remain.
unaffected by this.
Correct.
So the other area upstairs, as it were, had an additional bedroom that's been taken away? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, so that bedroom stays, which is above the addition of the rear, okay? What was eliminated bedroom-wise is on the left-hand side, when you walk in the foyer, that level that had 3 bedrooms on a split, that got converted to 1 bedroom.
Is that off the kitchen?
Off the kitchen.
Is that off the kitchen?
Well, off the kitchen is the lower, well,
Okay.
is that
So then, actually, we don't have the 2nd floor.
No, we don't have the 2nd floor because there was nothing being touched. You see the stairs there off the foyer leading up to a room, but you don't know what that room is. But it does, on my application, it does show that there's 3 bedrooms ultimately. So the 2 that I show, plus you know that there's another bedroom somewhere in that house.
Mr. Can I ask a question? What's behind the walk-in closet in the bathroom?
Of,
That way. Not to the front of the street, to the behind the street. What's back there?
oh, it's just, there's, nothing, I mean, according to the survey, it's just a patio, concrete covered patio.
So just for behind here, behind this wall,
Right.
there's no more
No.
part of the house?
No, there's no room, it's not a living space, it's just.
And there's an outdoor patio,
It says covered concrete.
cover concrete behind it.
Yeah.
So,
What do you think?
I mean, I don't know, like I said, I won't vote if you, I'm not, I can sit with you guys if you wanted to, you know, keep that there. I don't know, we'd have to sit down and have a real conversation like this, but.
Well, I guess the question is, do we propose that side garage? I mean, is that, like I said, if there is some non-conformities, I could make it, the side yard bigger than 1.5 feet, but then the garage will be narrower, but still it's a garage, I mean, a car, it'll be, you know, a medium compact car, not a full-size SUV.
Mr. Padilla, would you consider adjourning tonight's meeting and rethinking this application with input from the building department or?
Yeah, no, absolutely, yes. That would be a good idea. Okay, I appreciate that, sure. Sure. I think we,
Well, we can make an announcement too, so you don't have to renotice it unless it changes to such a degree that there's new variances. You know, if we can get on the same page with a new plan. And as I said, there's no guarantees. It's not like the board could say, oh, because you're adjourning and meeting with them, that they got to grant the variance relief.
right.
That's not what we're doing. We're reacting to the problem as I conversed with you before the meeting started, because I knew that it was a problem.
No, I understand. Well, no, I appreciate that. We, you know, I appreciate it. We sit down with Mr. Manduso, maybe figure something out that would be more amenable and for the board.
Are there any other board members that would like to question, have any more questions for the witness or the applicant? No? All right. We're gonna adjourn. We won't have a date, though. The date will be,
Well, if we're going to announce, we need a date at least temporarily. If you want to come back and say, no, I want to take my chances with what I have, you know, I want to preserve that right for you. So why don't we carry it to a date certain, at least for tonight? And if we have to renotice because the plan has changed, you don't lose your space on the agenda, you know. I mean, we're going on break in another week. So we'll be gone until August 27, but we have a case on, we're really into September, but you might need that time anyway, I would think, right? I mean, there's no,
Yeah. Mr. Ferguson, you're around, I don't know if you can take vacations, I just want to make sure you're.
I can do a field visit, or we can do a field visit, or you can come to my office and discuss, but I'm gonna, I would need, you know what, why don't you just call me in the office tomorrow? And then what we could do is I could set something up with you. I think a field visit to start, and then I believe that I would need maybe the survey that we have, and we can go over what your options are. And I think that would be the best way to handle this.
And the 17th of August, is that?
August 27th
27th, August.
is the next day after break. There's one other case on it, it's a signage case, and that's it. But at least you get a placeholder, and then won't have to renotice. We can make it, I know nobody's here, but just to preserve, it is being broadcast on TV, so I just want to make an announcement. So you don't have to renotice the public and go through the publication again.
I just want the board to know that we had approved, we put this on hold, but the rest of the construction on the second floor that doesn't affect this is still ongoing or approved for him for the applicant to proceed.
Mr. Manduso was kind enough to let us proceed,
I assume that the applicant can waive any time constraints that might confront the board to vote to allow this adjournment to the August 27th meeting. I mean, that's a typical request we make to allow the adjournment.
Yeah, still
Sure.
So noted for the record. So unless any other board members has a particular reaction or concern that they want to make sure the applicant is aware of before he meets with engineering and the building department, the next procedural step would be to make a motion in a second to adjourn this case for continuation on August 27th at 7:30 in this room without further notice required, and the applicant waives any time constraints to realize that adjournment.
All right, can I have a motion in a second?
Mr. President, I move that calendar number 3447, calendar 3457, Muhammad Ali Hassan, 764 Lehigh Avenue, Block 509, Lot 21, be adjourned to October the 27th. August the 27th.
Second.
Mr. Benavides.
Yes.
Ms. Martins.
Yes.
Ms. Scott.
Yes.
McNeil.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Mr. Graves.
Yes.
Mr. Champion.
Yes.
So just for the public's benefit, to make cases adjourned till August 27th, 7:30 in this room. There'll be no further notice. You've waived any time constraints, and you're going to hopefully meet with the building department and engineering. And if nothing changes, you can come back and complete a hearing and have a vote. That's up to you. But I think it behooves and it's wise for everyone at least to hear it out.
Absolutely. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, there being no further business coming before the board, I move that we adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.